So welcome back, all my loyal patriots and nationalists of Ireland and abroad. So today we have a bit of a follow-up video, okay, of course, from the Carrickmacross town hall meeting. Okay, I did a video before where they had a big protest. Okay, of course, the city, the town has kind of been plunged into a bit of danger. People running around with knives. A man with a BMW top was running around with knives. And for those who don't know where Carrickmacross is, it's in Monaghan, okay, up near the north. And very, very sad, guys. Very sad to see that a small town like this, they say is getting an influx of people, illegals, basically, from the UN, sort of a human trafficking episode, another one of those human trafficking episodes. And of course, we have here Matt McCarthy, the sort of token Sinn Féin man, okay, who is hosting the town hall meeting. Okay, but really he was just invited to actually do the meeting and kind of giving us the runaround. Given the Sinn Féin talking points, which I think Sinn Féin are the exact same as Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. They're just as bad as each other. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't vote for any of these people. But yeah, it's unbelievable. And this video is amazing, guys, because here we have a Irish Army veteran, a man of 25 years, okay, destroying and debating a man that is a leftist, okay, of course, young Sinn Féin. I believe he's like a young liberal, okay, young liberal man. Who basically calls everybody in the audience, everybody in Ireland, a racist, sort of a crazy lunatic, far-right lunatic, and this one gets good, so make sure to stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to break this one down a little bit. Of course, I like to break down these videos, and I'm an Irishman, okay, of course, I'm an Irishman. Got the flag, hold up, got the flag right here somewhere on my hat, lads, so I'm allowed to, hold up, guys, where the hell is that Irish flag? Oh yeah, there it is, guys, got the Irish flag, got the Ireland hat, man, okay, snug neatly on my head. So we're allowed to talk about issues in Ireland because we are Irish, okay? Because if we weren't talking about this, then who would be? If an Irish man like myself wasn't talking about these issues, who'd be talking about them, okay? And yeah, of course, I appreciate the love and support, guys. I've been making these videos for a long time now, okay? For those who don't know, I've been making reaction videos to political stuff for about 2 years, okay? But it was only very sparsely in between my music reactions. But now I've kind of overhauled the videos to more of a full-on, reaction to what the hell is going on in Ireland political videos, because the country is in huge turmoil. This year has been insane in Ireland. It's been literally the craziest year of ever I've lived in, this place. It's insane. So yeah, hopefully I keep making these videos. And ever since last year then, guys, a lot of people have popped up. But just know, man, if anyone's saying that it's trendy to do reaction to political videos, I've been making reactions to political videos for the last 2 years about Irish content, okay? Go back and check out my catalog of stuff, okay? You are the copiers, because a lot of people are saying, oh, people are copying my content, or, people have been making videos long before me. I was the first person, I think, ever on YouTube to make full-on, long stream reactions, apart from Satirical Soldier, Ninja Knight, and Garrod Murphy, okay? But my own specific take on this stuff, guys, is a little bit different as well, or at least I like to think so. I love those three guys, okay? They're amazing. But yeah, let's listen into what the hell is going on here, and tons of more political videos coming along the way, so let's go.
Several times over the past period of time that this wouldn't be a good idea. I've been told that the meeting would be hijacked, that it would be divisive, that it would be uncontrollable and disruptive, and it's been suggested that it would be unproductive.
For all those who know,
yeah, why would it be unproductive? I mean, people are even afraid to have these conversations. It's unbelievable. You have to have conversations to understand what's going on. Okay, so here we have a DEI Marxist man talking about how bad Ireland is, okay, and how racist everybody is to protest the illegal, crazy shit that's going on in the country and the woke stuff that's going on in the country.
Again, my name's Chris Romarin, I'm 18, I'm from Ireland, and tonight I'd like to start a conversation about racism in Ireland today.
Oh, Jesus. Everyone just groaning, when he said, I'd like to start a conversation about how racist Ireland is. Everyone just oh, what? What the hell is this lunatic talking about?
Now, I have to start by saying, Mr. Carty, I had a bit of prejudice about what I thought this was going to be, but I'm very hopeful after your opening statements. But I do want to say that majorly there's a fear-mongering pity party of self-indulgence, and it's a clear and blatant act of racist ideology draped in the mask of nationalism and fake concern for safety.
What?
Carrickmacross region is no more dangerous now than it ever has been. This is this is nothing but a mere far-right bandwagon frenzy and an anti-immigration witch hunt.
So yeah, he has all of his talking points written down, which again is not a good thing to begin with. If you have all your talking points written down, you know, you just know it's bought and paid for, honestly.
Every speaker the opportunity to speak, and yes, so.
And I, being an Irish nationalist, refuse to stand by while our flag is appropriated, our cause and our struggle against British imperialism. We're all here tonight supposedly gathered around a knife incident that happened in the main street. This action has rightly been condemned, and I am by no means here to condone of such an action. However, I do believe that it speaks volumes of the pitchfork-wielding lunatics in the room tonight, some of whom proudly marched alongside far-right propagandists and loyalist lackeys. I like to start here tonight by listing off a number of crimes committed in the Garden Cross region.
So what did he say? He said that some people were marching with the loyalists in the north, so that's basically saying that they were wrong for doing that type of thing, right?
Arson, robbery, domestic abuse, aggravated assault, harassment, intimidation, drug dealing, vandalism, attempted murder, sexual assault, reckless endangerment, money laundering, fraud, possession of illegal substances, paedophilia and rape. The list goes on and on. All these crimes have two things in common. All incidents, multiple incidents, have been carried out by white Irish, and none have had the same level. I'm trying to jog my memory sitting here, recalling marches.
So basically he's saying that all these violent crimes carried out by different people. That's, yeah, I mean, he's kind of not understanding the point. I think these people kind of miss the point, guys. It's not about who doesn't commit crimes and who commits crimes or not. It's basically about sort of this woke, you know, left agenda that's coming and swooping at the nation. You know, it's like this globalist ideology, okay? So he doesn't really understand the nuances of the situation, which the whole audience is groaning because they're like, this guy is just completely clueless to what's going on.
Chance to speak.
This concern is nothing more than an excuse for people with racial prejudice to get up in arms about and call out for it. I'm very disappointed. The list of crimes that can go on, and it's more than we have time for here tonight. But I'd like to make the point that many people guilty of these crimes, in addition to other antisocial behaviour, such as drunken disorderly and copious drug abuse, are the same people who are trying to get them out in Carrick isn't safe.
Okay. You're next. Okay, Paul, and then you. Okay, I promise you. Sorry, Paul.
Boo! Get him off the stage. Oh, that was just a train wreck. So he was basically trying to say that because you know, everyone there has racial prejudice. I don't think so at all, guys. You know, and the guy comes up here later on, you'll see, and he talks about how he's Eastern European and stuff like that. Nothing to do with that at all, guys. It's like basically very nuanced again, and I've explained it many times in my videos. So you know, it's nothing to do with that, guys. It's woke ideology, LGB, all this weird stuff, Marxist, globalist. You know, and it just erodes culture, guys. They want to get rid of Irish culture. They hate Ireland. You know, these sort of globalist people. They want to have everyone just the same now, and it's just it's destruction to society, guys, in its purest form. Okay.
Folks, we're not going to agree with everything that everybody says, but we're going to show everybody respect. So we set the rules. I set the rules out earlier on.
Wait for this WWE smackdown that this army veteran does to this little kid, this 18-year-old boy.
Anybody that sticks within those rules is going to be entitled to stay. That's it. Clear as that.
First of all, man, I found to be what typical politician, you're 26 years in the game, and you wasted 20 minutes of our time talking about stuff you already knew.
Right off the bat, he says, you just wasted 20 minutes of everybody's time talking about bullshit that we already knew, right?
Be clear now. And as for this chap here, saying that walking around with your own flag, nationalists, and big pitchforks and all that, I carried the flag of my country on my shoulder for 25 years in the defence forces.
Yeah, let's go.
You call me a racist. What do you racist I see you? Shout the abuse that you call me a racist. I wore the flag of my country in conflict zones. So don't stand there preaching about drugs and everything to me. It wasn't that long ago you voted with the government to take mother and woman in the constitution.
Yeah.
You voted for.
See, that's one of the other things that they got slammed. Leo Varadkar specifically left office when they wanted to take women out of the constitution. It's not anything. I'm just kind of sick about talking about immigration all the time. It's kind of bullshit, guys. That's just over that conversation. We don't even need to talk about that again. Let's talk about other things. They wanted to take women out of the constitution, okay? So then they could just mean, well, a man and a woman, it's the same thing. They don't even know what gender you are now. I mean, this is ludicrous shit, guys. This is LGBT pushed ideologies. This is all coming in, guys. Woke nonsense. Completely insane.
Under COVID laws, you know what I mean? So you're not complying with opposition. There's no opposition to what's going on in this country. None whatsoever. Your party was down there with Donny Doon and all the rest of Sinn Féin's calling you racist walking through the capital city with your own flag. And the last time I marched through Dublin with my own flag on my shoulder was 2000, heading over to Eritrea. So don't tell me I'm a racist. And then you had the other ones behind me calling me a Nazi. And then, as I said, Frank the Rock Crew calling me a fascist.
So he was called a Nazi, a racist, and a fascist. Like, just absolutely. I mean, the buzzwords you get thrown at you when you want to say, I want to preserve Ireland, I want to preserve Irish culture, you know, I don't want to see any woke people coming in trying to change my kids to a boy or woman, telling me what gender they are. The backlash that you get is just out of control in this country. I simply don't get it.
There's no opposition to this in the country, and most of the people here will tell you the same. And there's a group of people in this town, and we all know who they are. I'm not going to mention, you told me to mention them. They're causing us trouble the town. Look at the state of the streets. Sunflower seed shells in every corner and every crevice. And who's going to clean that up?
He's basically referring to gypsies, basically. Like Eastern European Roman gypsies, stuff like that. Spitting out sunflower shells. You know, a lot of these gypsies come from Eastern Europe. You know, if you guys, you know, have never been to Eastern Europe, basically, you know, a lot of the gypsies come from there. And that's, you know, what people are not against. You know, just sitting around, you know, not working, you know, causing havoc in the country. You know, if you come to a country, you have to work, guys. You have to provide and help the people of the country. You know, do something for the people, not just sit around and claim the dole, claim the welfare. I mean, that is bullshit. That is a bullshit way to live, guys. Which is basically being propped up. The system is being propped up by the government nowadays. It's insane.
County towns, council. Do you know what I mean? So don't say this town is brilliant, it's great. The town is dying. It's dying before our eyes. There is no light in that driving through and seeing gangs of men spit shite out onto the street, congregating gangs and intimidating people. Would they want to stop and carry across? No, they wouldn't. This town is dead.
So yeah, it's a good one to end on. This town is dead. You know, plain and simple, guys. You know, people are afraid that the culture is being eroded. It's like, you know, if the culture of your country leaves, then, you know, you're pretty much screwed as a society, because, you know, you need that to bring in tourism, to kind of show your kids, hey, this is what we're about, lads. You know, we have the flag here, we have flipping this, we have, you know, Irish dancing, we have Irish musicians, we have Irish instruments. You know, it's kind of a little bit further on than that. And they're saying that, you know, the place is dying a death. And I was on O'Connell Street recently. It's super dirty. You know, O'Connell Street's just dirty streets. It's just, you know, not well kept. So, you know, there is a slowly dying nation of Ireland, and it's sad to see. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you're watching this video from. Okay, I appreciate the love and support. Try to tell me, you know, what you guys think about that, and I'll see you all in the next one. If you want to help support me push back against the mainstream media, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today, and I'll see you in the next one, lads. Peace.